So I've kind of been anticipating this movie for a long time, but not in a good anticipation. It's more like, is the professor gonna put this question on the final, or are they not? Hello again, everyone. My name is Chet. This here is ChetChat, and we finally get to see Alien Covenant. I say finally now because I'm actually a really big fan of the Alien franchise. I love the movies, even though a lot of them aren't good. Pretty much only 2 of them are good. But I love the lore, I like the books, I like some of the comics as well. But yeah, just letting you guys know that I really love these movies. Aliens is actually my favorite movie of all time, so I have a lot of expectations of the Alien movies that come out whenever they do. So when I saw Prometheus, of course I was let down, and now I just want Alien Covenant to redeem what happened in Prometheus, at least. So does it do it? Does it help? Does it redeem itself? Ridley Scott, does he redeem himself? And in my opinion, not really. It's kind of weird. I don't know. So Alien Covenant is the continuation from Prometheus. It's actually a 10-year gap between Prometheus and Alien Covenant, and this crew aboard a ship called the Covenant, they're heading to this planet that is pretty much a good match for human civilization to start on it. They didn't bring up this kind of exploration thing before. I don't even know if they're working for Wayland or anyone. They don't really say, but they're on this trip, an interstellar kind of trip to this planet, and they're in hypersleep. So while they're in hypersleep, we have this new android called Walter, Michael Fassbender's character, and he's doing maintenance, and the ship gets hit with a solar blast, and it causes a lot of deaths and a lot of malfunctions, and the crew is actually forced to wake up. And upon waking up, they find out that there was a message within that solar blast that is pointing them to this other planet, and it's only a few weeks away, and the crew ultimately decides to go to this planet, and it's not a good idea. And that's all I'll really say about the story, because extreme spoilers if I say anything else about that planet. Going as far as story and questions and answers that get tossed around and things that happen in the movie, I feel like it justifies a lot of the things that happen in Prometheus. So it gives you that feeling, at least. Like, you're not too confused about Prometheus. You get kind of satisfied from the Prometheus questioning and all that good stuff. But other than that, I felt like in a world where, in a time right now where we are making movies that are very smart and actually use science, for a science fiction movie to do these things that they do in the movie, I felt like I was completely let down. I love science fiction. I love when science is actually applied to a fictional setting, even though it's supposed to be fiction. But I just didn't like how they treated the science in this movie. Yeah, they were showing how things like get made organically, and you're seeing how people actually go about with their scientific experiments. Like when they land on the planet, the crew, I guess they did a scan and they showed that, oh, the air is breathable. But again, you don't just go to a planet and just start breathing in the air. Going back to War of the Worlds, the Tom Cruise one, because I don't remember watching the older one or reading the book or anything, but going back to the Tom Cruise movie, War of the Worlds, the way how the aliens were defeated is because the aliens are drinking the water and it rained while they were there, and the aliens couldn't handle the bacteria that was in the water. It ultimately killed them. So when you see the people in Alien Covenant and even in Prometheus, when they take off their helmet or they just start breathing in the air, it just because the air is breathable doesn't mean that there aren't like microbes and bacteria that can hurt them or be harmful. So I felt like that was dumb. So going forward throughout the rest of the movie, everything is happening because I feel like they did not wear a spacesuit, and they would have been perfectly fine just wearing a spacesuit. So that made the movie really, really upsetting to me. But the other thing about this movie that I didn't like is that it felt like it was a movie. They're just doing things to move the plot forward, and there's not much thought in a bunch of the characters. The only thing good about it is the spoiler parts, and it's very little. I'll at least tell you that there is a new alien, and there's a xenomorph in it. Get to see your aliens and stuff. They showed them in a trailer and all that good stuff, but I kind of feel like the xenomorphs are kind of just thrown in, even though it kind of makes sense, but it's like a kind of big jump. But the xenomorphs feel like they're kind of thrown in because Ridley Scott was trying to make up for what he did in Prometheus, even though he clearly said that Prometheus is not a direct sequel to Alien. And I appreciated that he wanted to try and do something different, but then he did it in such a bad way that he's trying to regroup and make everyone happy. And the weird thing is that while I was watching the first half hour of this movie, I felt like this movie isn't really made for fans who love aliens. This movie is made for fans who enjoyed Prometheus, or at least are curious about Prometheus. I ultimately came out of the theater going, this movie wasn't really for me, but but I appreciate the fact that he tried to do something. My suggestion for people going in to watch Alien Covenant is that they forget everything they know about Alien, forget about Aliens, forget about Alien 3, Alien 4, AVP, all that good stuff. AVP is good. And just go in this movie with a blank slate with only Ridley Scott's 1979 Alien movie in mind. And then maybe you might enjoy it. It is not a terrible movie. It's just really bad execution, really stupid plot devices, and then this ending that is super unsatisfying. I actually spoke with this couple in the theater and they was like, they need to make another one. They can't have the ending like this. It's not satisfying. It fits a certain type of trope for that type of ending, but you can't leave the ending like that, especially with the last two movies, including Alien Covenant. The way how you did it, you need to give people more satisfaction, unfortunately. I felt like it was kind of a cop-out to include a xenomorph in the movie, but he had to do what he had to do. And I know Ridley Scott is actually making more Alien movies, so it's like these are the Thor movies of this grander universe he's trying to make, I guess. It's necessary steps to what he's trying to accomplish, I guess, but it's really, really harsh to get through Prometheus. And Alien Covenant, with its lameness, it's just hard to get through. Pacing-wise, though, and everything else that goes into actual making a movie feel good, he does a really good job of making the movie feel good. It has really good pacing. I never felt bored. He had me, like, with the storytelling. I just want to know why you're doing what you're doing on screen, even though I'm not enjoying all of it. But he had you. Like, he makes sure that you're invested in what's going on the screen. And you even have your very, very graphic and gory moments. Like, those are some really good graphics, and they're really disgusting. And he always had us from day one with that. That's what made people watch the first movie. Just that scene, the chest buster, was so gross. And we get a lot more of that in this movie. So you have that going for you at least. And you have the good story pacing, and you have the really nice environment that he made. He uses a lot of practical effects, and he's known for doing that. And you appreciate it. It's actually a good looking movie. It's great. But the story is needs a little more, man. I'm sorry. So what else can I say, really? It's a movie that's not really for Alien fans, but Alien fans want to watch it. It's weird because I felt like I was disregarded from the formula of watching the movie because I'm an Alien fan, but he borrows so much from the whole Alien franchise. You got Alien, you got the Xenomorph from Alien 1 pretty much, and then you got the firepower and action of an Aliens type movie, and then you have a certain thing that they did in the movie that reminded me exactly of Alien 3, and in Alien 4, you kind of have, a different type of xenomorph that shows up that looks kind of like weird. So he borrowed a lot from a bunch of movies already. And then there's also the fact that he straight up copy and pasted Ripley into this movie in the form of this character named Daniels. She even has the short hair. She has like an outfit that almost resembles what Ripley did. And they kind of do something that Ripley did in a lot of her movies that I don't really want to say, but you probably know what I'm talking about. Well, other than that, I don't know what to say. It's just a weird movie. It's a weird time. It's definitely better than Prometheus, I'll say that at least. But it's still not the movie that I wanted to see, I guess. I just want better answers and not stupid science fiction with forced plot devices. Maybe the next movie will be better. I'm sorry. I just need more, Ridley. I know you're trying your hardest, and you even blocked off Neil Blomkamp from making another movie because you want to make the movie, but you're not doing good, man. I don't know, really let down, kind of. So yeah, this was ChetChat. I'm Chet. Give this video a like if you liked it. Give it a dislike if you didn't like it. And let me know how you felt about Alien Covenant. I definitely want to have this conversation with other people. It's really hard to not spoil this movie and just go nuts about it. And let me know if you're actually a big time fan of aliens or you never seen an Alien movie and Prometheus was your first one. How did this feel to you from just watching Prometheus only and then going into Alien Covenant? That's a very interesting thing that I would love to hear about. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.